Tinubu government neglects the north, develops southern Nigeria, says Kwankwaso. I don't want to go into this news in detail. We all know whatever. Kwankwaso, bottom line, or the summary of this is Kwankwaso is criticizing Tinubu for not focusing on, not making this issue of development, infrastructural development, especially roads, a focus in the north, thereby neglecting the north in this whole development. Barrister, what the hell is Kwankwaso talking about? For so many years, under Buhari's PTF, the north was focused on the entire roads of the north, where you had, in fact, go to far north, northwest, northeast. PTF did a whole lot of roads there. In fact, the entire PTF, when you mention PTF, it is not personified. 90% of the resources channeled or given to PTF was channeled on the north. Buhari came in as president. The same thing happened. What is Kwankwaso talking about? The East is even the worst of it. No president has ever. The eastern roads are the worst in Nigeria. And the West, this man has spent just barely 2 years, and Kwankwaso is crying. The North has benefited from road construction for over 2 decades, consistently, while other parts of Nigeria suffered. What is Kwankwaso talking about, Barrister?
Well, sometimes you have to understand when a politician is speaking, he may be speaking from many angles. Kwankwaso made that statement immediately after he went to have a meeting with Tinubu. After he left Aso Rock, he released that statement. So, and the purpose of the meeting from the grapevine has been to woo him into the APC and possibly make him the vice presidential candidate in 2027. From the grapevine, it has been said that he has given Tinubu some conditions. Right, even before the meeting, we have heard that he has given Tinubu some conditions to meet before he will be able to do that. So it was strange for Kwankwaso to make that statement, particularly immediately after meeting Tinubu. Is it that there were some disappointments in the meeting or what? Because we would have expected that there would be a follow-up of that meeting in the quest to become the vice president. He has dropped hint that he's ready to work with APC. He has dropped hints that he's ready to accept the VP. So we are beginning to wonder what happened in that meeting, whether it didn't go as he wanted or so. For him not to even wait a day, just immediately after coming out of the meeting, to start criticizing the president that he is not doing enough for the North. And in fact, the presidency has responded and shown him projects that Tinubu is doing in the North. In terms of projects, let's be fair. As much as we don't like Tinubu, the way I see him doing is that wherever he will get support, if you request for something, he will give you, as long as it will bring him support. That is not limited to one place. He has approved, I think, a 3-point-something billion naira, is it a rail network across the southeast. Anywhere that a project is brought to him that he perceived that he will get support, he used to approve it, but politically, for purposes of securing the support. I do not agree with him that Tinubu is not doing anything, concentrating issues in this. If you talk about the South, the only major road network is the coastal road network from Lagos to I think Calabar. That's the major. It's taking trillions. Other than that, things are being done. It's not even correct because in that same interview, uh, his flight from Abuja to Kano was delayed to 8 p.m. So he had to go by road, and the road was terrible. That is not entirely correct because the road from Abuja to Kano, the Zaria to Kano part of it has been finished and it's a smooth, a dual carriageway with extra lane. Very smooth. It's the one from Abuja to Kaduna that has not been completed. So if he's talking about bad road, yeah, that is that portion. It was given to Julius Berger issues of fees. They kept increasing the fees. We were present. I mean, we were aware when the current minister Dave Umahi held several meetings with Julius Berger on completing this road, but they kept increasing the demands, financial demands, until the minister became annoyed and terminated the contract. So they have to bring somebody in. So it's not correct that the entire road from Abuja to Kano is unmotorable. That is not correct. You can go from Zaria to Kano very smoothly. Other roads have been awarded from Kano to Maiduguri and elsewhere in the north. So it's not true that Tinubu is concentrating. Maybe you can say in terms of the amount of money.
Well, can you speak to my own opinion about this? Let's even assume it's true. Why did not say anything when Buhari focused all his time in at PTF and as president? Did they say anything even when the Southerners were criticizing Buhari then as the PTF chairman?
It is not true, but like you say, assuming it was true, the statement is hypocritical. In my opinion, the very worst president that Nigeria has had is that of Buhari.
I agree with you.
In terms of performance, whatever parameter you can think of in nation building, his government appears to be the worst.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So, and there was not a whimper from all these northern politicians, from Kwankwaso and the rest. They did not, if anybody that wanted to speak against Buhari, they descended on that person. In all the 8 years that Buhari ruled, they saw nothing wrong in what Buhari was doing. In his nepotic appointments, in his governance that disunited Nigeria to the point of explosion, they saw nothing. So the hypocrisy of speaking now, that is why I said most of the time when the politicians speak, he knows he's not speaking the truth, but he is speaking to an audience that he believes will believe him. Because he too is looking for presidency in 2027. That's the truth.